Good morning, everyone. We are now on quarter one, week 3B. And our subject for today is math. Our subject matter is simplifying rational algebraic expressions with zero and integral exponent. I am teacher Ophelia Mapatak from UCNHS. Our most essential learning competency, you're going to evaluate and simplify algebraic expressions involving zero and negative exponents. We have laws of exponent. Number one, we have product of powers. A here is our base and 3 here is our exponent. In product of powers, you are going to multiply the base and then add their respective exponents. So a raised to the third power times a raised to the seventh power, we have a raised to the 10th power. Next, we have power of a power. Quantity a raised to the third power raised to the fourth power. Here, we are going to multiply the exponent. 3 and 4. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. So, we copied the base, which is a. Next, we have power of a product. Quantity 2a raised to the second power raised to the fourth power. So, in here, we are going to multiply 2 4 times. So 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 2. We have 16. Then copy the base, which is a. 2 times 4 is equal to 8. So our final answer, 16a raised to the 8th power. Next, we have quotient of a power. So we have a raised to 7 over a raised to the second power. In here, we are going to subtract their exponents. So 7 minus 2, we have a raised to the 5th power. Another one, we have power of a quotient. So quantity 2a raised to the third power over b raised to the second power. So we have 2 times 2 is equal to 4. A to the third power, we're going to multiply the exponents. So we have 3 times 2, a raised to the 6th power. And b times 2, we have b raised to the second power, b to the second power. Final answer, 4a raised to the 6th and b raised to the second power. Another one, we have zero exponent. In here, if you have a zero exponent, automatically your answer is 1. The last one, we have negative exponent. If we have a negative exponent class, you are going to put the negative exponent under or in the denominator to make it a positive. So you have 1 over a raised to the second power. Okay, let's have an activity. Exponents everywhere. Our direction, you're going to simplify the following rational expressions in such a way that only positive exponents are involved. Okay, number 1, we have r raised to negative 2 and s raised to negative 2. A while ago, you have learned that if you have a negative exponent, what are you going to do? Okay, very good. So we have 1 over r raised to positive 2 exponent and s positive 2 also. Another example, we have 8t raised to the third power over 2t raised to the second power. What number can be multiplied to both 8 and 2? So 8 divided by 2, you have 4. And then, what are you going to do with the 2 exponent in the numerator and denominator? Okay, so our final answer, 4t over 1 or 4t. Very good. Next, okay, the simplest one, 0 exponent. What will be the answer? Quantity x, y, z divided by 5 raised to 0 exponent. What's the answer? Okay, it is always 1. We go to activity number 2. Evaluate me. Our direction, you are going to evaluate and simplify algebraic expressions involving integral exponents. Number 1, we have n raised to the negative raised to 2 minus n raised to negative 4. You're going to substitute the value for n, which is 3. So, n, we have substitute the value for n, which is 3 raised to positive 2 minus, okay, remember if you have a negative exponent, you're going to put the negative exponent down to make it positive. So you have 1 over 3 raised to the 4th power. Okay. So 3 times 3, you have 9, 1 over 81. How did we get 81? So we have 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. So we have multiplied 3 4 times. So we have 81. Then, let's get the least common denominator, which is 81. So 81 divided by 1 here, our denominator here is 1, invisible 1. So we have 9. 81 divided by 1 is 81 times 9, our numerator. So we have 729. 81 divided by 81 is 1 times 1, we have minus 1. So our final answer, 78 over 81. Next, we have 4p raised to the second power over p raised to the third q. If p is equal to 2 and q is equal to 4. So we are going to substitute the value again of p to 2 and q is to 4. So 4, quantity 2 raised to the second power over 2 raised to the third power multiplied by 4. So first, we are going to multiply 2 times 2. So we have 4. And then in our denominator, we are going to multiply 2 3 times. So 2 times 2 times 2, we have 8. And then multiplied by 4. So 4 times 4 class is, okay, 16. And then 8 times 4 is equal to 32. Then, we can reduce this to lowest term. So, our final answer is 1/2. Very good. In our activity 3, we are going to simplify my expression. Our direction, we are going to simplify the following rational algebraic expressions with zero and integral exponents. You're going to write the answer on the squares below. The first one, we have 35 r to the second power s to the fifth power over or divided by 70 r to the third s negative 7th power. Notice class, you can multiply both the numerator and denominator by 35. So, 35 divided by 35 is 1, and 70 by 35 is 2. So, our R here, according to our laws of exponent, we are going to subtract. So, we have negative 1 down here. So, 2 minus 3, we have negative 1. And then 5 minus negative 7, we have s to the 12. Why? In our sign rules, if you are going to subtract a number with unlike signs, you're going to change the subtrahend and then proceed with addition. So 5 minus positive 7, you're going to change the sign of the subtrahend, magiging positive na si 7. So, yung final answer natin dito ay s raised to the 12th power. So, final answer, s to the 12th power over 2r. Next, we have here a trinomial t to the second power plus 6t plus 9 over t to the second power plus 5t plus 6. So, you have learned before about factoring. So, what are the factors of 9? That if you are going to add, you will get the middle term 6. And then, in the denominator, the factors of 6, that if you are going to add those numbers, you get the middle term 5. So, what are those? Okay, so we have t plus 3 and then t plus 3. In our denominator, our factors are t plus 3 and then t plus 2. You will notice here that there are similar binomials in the numerator and denominator. So you can cancel them. So t plus 3 sa denominator, numerator I should say, at saka sa denominator. And then our final answer, if you are going to cancel that, is t plus 3 over t plus 2. Okay. So, Sir Thomas Aquinas has a saying, says, a man has a free choice to the extent that he is rational. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoy the lesson for today. Okay, this very full instruction will not be possible without the math grade 8 team. We have Ma'am Reyna S. Corpus, yours truly, Ma'am Ofelia Mapatak, Ma'am Rowena V. Palaming, Ma'am Paula Bianca S. Cruz, Sir Orlando Pasion, Sir Manny Ancheta, and Ma'am Grace Talbo. Have a good day.